Hey y'all, so I just wanted to give y'all a quick update. I finally got paid for my new job that I was telling y'all about. Pretty much I told them, since I didn't get paid, um, I'm not coming to work the days that I signed up to work because I had signed up to get, my orientation, like training on the floor. I had already signed up for those days before that situation happened where I didn't get my check. But then they called me a couple days later, and she said that they were going to do like an overnight check. So yeah, so I got paid today this morning. I went up there and got my check. So yep, yay. So I'm gonna give it another try. But if they mess up my money again, I'm done. I don't care what they say, cause they were basically saying, "Oh, we need you here," and she emailed me, the DON was like, and we want you here, and they apologized about the mistake, but I got my money. That was what I was concerned about. So I had to change my days that I signed up to orientate, because when I didn't get my check, I just called up my agency and picked up some days with my agency because I got to get paid one way or another. The DON didn't really like that, but I don't care because if I didn't get my money, what do you think I'm gonna do? You think I'm really gonna go back there and work when I haven't gotten my money from y'all? Like, really? You crazy. But I got my money now, and I wrote it in my planner. It's around here somewhere. The days that I'm gonna start my own floor orientation. So that's that. Um, what else? So, and I also want to tell y'all, last night I worked through agency from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., right? And I worked with this other CNA on the hall, so it was two of us on the 500 hall, right? So if you've been a CNA before, common sense knows, especially if you work at the same facility a lot, you know about what time the meal trays come out, right? So when they come out, the CNAs pass the patients out their dinner trays, right? So the trays had came out on the floor, and I started passing the trays out, right? As time goes by, I notice I don't see the other CNA. And I told the nurse, like, do you know where she's at? Because it's not just supposed to be one person passing out trays. She's on this hall too. We're supposed to both pass out the trays. And the nurse said, well, I'll help you. I don't know where she at. And a little bit of time goes by. We still don't see her. We go in patients' rooms looking for her because we thought, oh, maybe she's busy with a patient. Nope, she was not with a patient. We got the other nurse to page her, so she called her name out on the intercom. So you're needed on this side. The meal trays are here. Nothing. So I called the scheduler. I sure did, and said, hey, do you know where the other CNA is at? Because the trays are out. The nurse, in which nurses normally don't pass out trays, but thankfully this nurse helped me pass out the trays. And to make a long story short, the scheduler called her, and she was outside in her car chilling. And she talking about, oh, she went to go get something to eat, and she told the scheduler, but she didn't tell the nurse or me. I'm like, what the hell? And she just like had an attitude the whole time, from the time that she got there at 3, because I had asked her. I didn't know, because sometimes at this place some CNAs work 12 hours, some work 8. I didn't know if she was leaving at 7 p.m. or 11 p.m. So if she left at 7 p.m., it's going to change. So that's why I wanted to know. I just say, hey, are you leaving at 7 today or 11? She said, what? Like, with an attitude for no reason. I'm like, girl, I just asked you a simple question. Ain't no need for all of that. So the nurse, when she finally came back around, by that time, me and the nurse done passed all of the trays out. So my trays and her. So I'm pretty much doing my job and her job. And the only reason I even did that was because I didn't know if she had an emergency. I don't know because I don't know nothing about her. I don't know if she had to go home or do something. I didn't know. So I didn't know if she has something going on that was important, emergency or whatever. But that's why I went ahead and did it. So the nurse said, hey, we've been looking for you. And the nurse, I'm happy the nurse like stood up for me. She was like, hey, where you been? We've been looking for you. You can't just leave like that. We had to pass all the trays out. You're supposed to help. Both CNAs are supposed to pass the trays out, not just one. You know. And she mumbled something. Something I didn't know it was a big issue or something. So she went to go sit down. And like she didn't even apologize. I would have just been like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was doing whatever." She was in her car, chilling. So the scheduler went to go talk to her because even after that, she just went to go sit down and be on her phone. I'm like, so the scheduler said something to her, and she finally got off her ass and went down the hall to pick up some trays. So yeah, and I would think, okay, I didn't pass any trays out. If it was me, I'm gonna at least take up the trays and push them back to the kitchen because the CNAs, one of the CNAs, have to push the big buggy and take it back to the kitchen. She didn't even do that, but I wasn't gonna take the buggy back to the kitchen. No, ma'am. I done passed all the trays out. You didn't pass not one tray out. Out of common courtesy, you could take the tray cart and pass it back up to the kitchen. And she didn't do it either. Somebody from the kitchen came down and got it. I damn sure wasn't gonna do it. So I think she normally works night shift. But it's like if you are too lazy to do, evening shift duties, like pass trays out and stuff, just don't pick up on evening shift. Stay on night shift, honey. If you're too lazy to do your job, no shade to night shift CNAs, but I'm saying if you're too lazy to not pass trays out, because if you work the evening shift, that's a part of your job, then just don't pick up on evening shift anymore. Then she was on the phone with one of her friends afterwards, and she was like, "Girl, yeah, they made this a big deal. I could go home. Go home." Like, this is why I don't pick up during the evening. I always work third. Please don't pick up during the evening anymore. So now I know if I see I'm on the hall with her, I'm not passing her trays out next time. I told the scheduler, please don't put me on the hall with her again. If you can help it, don't put me on the hall with that CNA again, because I only get one paycheck. I don't get paid to do my job and her job too. She's on the clock just like I am. She's not working for free, so she needs to do her job. I'm not doing it. So like I said, the only reason I passed the trays out that time because I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, I didn't know if she had an emergency or I didn't know what was going on. That's why I did it. But now I know next time if I'm on the hall with her and I see she gets missing or she's not around, those trays are just going to sit there. I'm sorry. I'm not passing her trays out because that's like me being taken advantage of and doing two people's job. I only get paid to do my job. I don't get two paychecks. I only get one paycheck. So definitely that's not happening again. I'm not passing any of her patients' trays out. Stuff like this doesn't normally happen at this place. Normally at this particular place it's pretty good teamwork. And so I know she normally works night shift. Oh, and I also heard her say, she was talking on the phone with one of her friends. She was like, "Yeah, on nights I don't really help nobody. I stay to myself. There's only two people that I would help. It's a pregnant girl and this other girl I'm cool with. Besides that, I don't help nobody else." I'm like, okay. I don't like but yeah, so comment below y'all's opinion on that. Would you do the same thing if a fellow CNA did that to you and you see you're on the hall with them again? Would you just not pass their trays out? I'm not doing it because you ain't going to take advantage of me like that, And like, would you talk to the DON about it if it keeps going on? Hopefully I'm not on the hall with her again, but I just would really like your opinions on that situation. Like, if you were put in that situation, let's say you're on a hall with her again, what would you do? Would you not pass the trays out? If she sees that she's missing, she's nowhere to be found, what would you do? I thought that was common sense. The trays come out. We're both on 500 hall. Both CNAs pass the trays out. Now, it's completely different if, let's say, one CNA has a bunch of lights going off, or one CNA is really busy with another patient. They can't do it right now. I'll go ahead and pass them all out. That's called teamwork. And hopefully if I was busy with a patient, you would do the same for me. That's a completely different story. But she was just in her car chilling. So what would y'all do in that situation? Um, yeah. So that's today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.